With that being said, I do want to introduce our next guest, Congresswoman Bonamici from Oregon, and she's a good friend and a big supporter of the DREAM Act and also of the Dreamers. How are you, Congresswoman?
Thank you so
Great to see
much.
you.
I'm great. Thank you so much. And I'm so proud to be here today. Thank you, Representative Kiwan, for all you're doing and for your voice here in Congress. I'm Suzanne Bonamici, and I'm honored to represent the 1st Congressional District of Oregon, a great district in the northwest part of the state. My name is Bonamici. It means good friends. It's a name I carry on from my grandparents, who came from Italy on a boat across the ocean through Ellis Island in search of a better life for their family. If they were alive today, I know they would be incredibly proud to know that their granddaughter is a member of Congress. And when I'm in Oregon, at home in the district I represent, I know here in Oregon and across the country that our country was built by immigrants. Our cities, our economy is so dependent on the contributions over the centuries of immigrants. And in the communities I represent, immigrants are contributing so much. People who came from another country and have made America their home. And I talk to people now after this announcement about the DACA program who are living in fear, and that is unacceptable. The DACA students I've met and have worked with are doing great things in our community. They're either in school or they're working, and I am convinced that the next great American novel is going to be written by a DACA student, or the cure for cancer is going to be discovered by a DACA student. It's going to be somebody who's in the DACA program who discovers a way to reduce the cost of renewable energy. There's so many new discoveries out there that we should not cut off those opportunities for our people in our community. Recently, I met Christian. He goes to Portland Community College, hardworking, serves in student government. He has a DACA application pending. My office is trying to help him, but there's so much uncertainty out there in the community right now. That's unacceptable. I was in Yamhill County in Oregon recently, spoke with a young man, probably about 12 years old, who came up to me and he said, I know I'm too young, but can you please help me become a DACA, because I think I'll be safer in the country if I could be a DACA. It's unacceptable that we have children living in fear. And when we think about everybody who's in the DACA program right now, there are people who have put their information out there so they could be contributing members of our economy and of our community and of our society. We owe it to them and to their families and to our communities and to our economy to pass the DREAM Act and to send a message that we are not sending you anywhere. You're going to be part of our community. You're going to continue contributing. I'm a proud co-sponsor of the DREAM Act, and I know when I was in our state legislature in Oregon, one of our proudest moments is when we passed legislation like the DREAM Act in our state capitol with strong bipartisan support. I'm hopeful now that our colleagues on both sides of the aisle come together and look at this bill and look at the message it sends in our country when we say to the hundreds of thousands of dreamers across our country, we know that you came to this country as a child or an infant. You're contributing. You have a place. This is home for you, and we want to pass this bill so that it brings that certainty to you and to your families and to your communities. And I thank all of my colleagues who are here today speaking out, and I'm encouraging everyone who's watching and listening today, please call your representative. I've had about 1,000 calls in the last couple of days from people who are asking me to pass the DREAM Act. I asked my staff if anybody has called in opposition, and you could count them on one hand. This is overwhelmingly something people care about as human beings who respect each other. So let's come together, let's pass the DREAM Act, and let's hope that it is part of comprehensive immigration reform that absolutely needs to get done in this country, and it's something I hear about all across Oregon. So thank you for paying attention today. Amplify your voices, get involved with a group in your community who are speaking out on behalf of the Dreamers. We are with you, we stand with you, and we're going to do everything we can to make sure the DREAM Act gets across the finish line in the House and the Senate and into law so that you have that certainty. You belong here. We accept you. We want you here. And thank you again. Make your voices heard.